of that her enormous lack of credibility that she's earned is outweighed by his outrageous lack of temperament.
Does this mean you're going to vote for him? For her, I mean? For her?
Well, actually, I get to that towards the bottom of the story. If it's a binary choice,
yeah.
There's no way I could vote for Donald Trump. He is ill-suited for the presidency. I agree with, what, three-quarters of the American public who believes he is not suited temperamentally to be president. If it's a binary choice, it would have to be Hillary Clinton, but it's not. So then you get into the complicated thing, do I vote for and by I don't mean just me, but all voters. Do you do one of the third-party candidates?
Gary Johnson, Jill
right.
Stein.
If you're doing that, I'm one of these people who won't tell a voter you're throwing away a vote. Don't buy that. The only vote you throw away is one you don't cast. But do be conscious of the fact that depending on what state you live in, like I'll be living in Michigan.
That's a
if I vote for a third-party candidate,
state.
I could be helping Donald Trump. I don't want to do anything that would help Donald Trump. I can't see Donald Trump being president of this country.
Well, run.
Well, if a campaign is a test of a presidency, which they are, she's going to run a secretive, lack of transparency, dishonest presidency. The problem with the Clintons, for all their strengths, and this has been a problem going back to the days of Arkansas.
Where you covered them.
Where I covered them, right. They're so committed to their righteousness that they don't think the rules apply to them. So if all that this election is about is winning, well, they're in position to win it because they're up against a guy who most Americans doesn't think is qualified to be president. But for her to be able to lead, yeah, we're all going to have to vote for somebody. So she may be president, but the problem is, how do you lead? How do you change this country in a way it has to change? How do you do the kind of things that she's going to be promising if 11% of the American public trust you? And that low trust number, she has earned in the way that she's handled Benghazi and the way that she's handled the emails.
So you just said she would have a dishonest and untransparent administration. Right. So what kind of administration would Trump have?
Well, that's the thing. It's a choice between two, I don't want to say evils, but very, very bad candidates. Trump would have if you look at what he said and what he's done, it'd be bigoted, it'd be sexist. He would punish his enemies. He would incite violence of people who protest against him. It would be lacking of any understanding of policy or any interest in policy, because so far he's shown no interest or understanding in policy.